Hey, welcome to Physical Embodiment Studio. I'm Courtney Sprouls, a certified personal trainer, and today I'm guiding you through 5 movements to combat your tech neck or your desk job. So if you sit for a long period of time, chances are your hip flexors are tight, your pecs are tight, and your back needs a little bit of attention. So I'm going to bring you through 5 movements that are all body weight that should feel really lengthening for your front body and strengthening for your back body. All you need is your body, but if you'd like to grab a yoga mat, a towel, or water, please do so now, and let's get started. So I'll guide you through 3 sets of 10 reps of each, but be sure to pause the video if you want a little extra time or you want to do less or more of these exercises. So we're gonna start in a quadruped position with cat-cows. So ground your hands about shoulder width, grip into the floor with your hands, soften your elbows, and pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Your knees are directly under your hips. First bit of this, you'll hover your knees. This is our starting position. From here, you're going to drop your knees down, drop your belly down, gaze up softly, shoulders shift away from your ears. And as you round your spine, you're hovering your knees again. Really push the ground away. Inhale, lower the knees down, drop the belly, gaze up softly, open through the heart. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, round through the spine, chin slightly tucked. Inhale, lower down, belly drops, gaze up. Exhale, abs in, round through the spine, knees hover off the floor. On 4, we're going for 10. Moving with control, enjoying the moment of length. See how much further you can get your spine from the floor as you lift your knees. We're moving slow for a reason. Keep breathing deep, 3 more. Final one, all the way through. Hover the knees around the spine and lower the knees down, gently neutralize. And let's breathe. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. One more big breath. Stay for your exhale. Round 2, quadruped cat-cows. Hover the knees to start. Round through the spine, since you know where we're going here. And then drop the knees down, belly drops as well, gaze shifts up. Exhale, round, push the ground away. Inhale, lower, belly drops, expand through the front body. Work with your breath, we're on 4. See if you can tuck your pelvis even more. Final 4. Last one. All right, breathe with me now. See if you can make your exhale just as long as your inhale. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Final set, quadruped cat-cows. Here we go, ground the hands, grip the fingers into the floor, hover the knees around the spine. Inhale, drop the knees down, gaze up softly, open through the front body. Exhale, round and lift. See if you can get just as much length as you can strength. Final 3. Last one. All right, settle down. Into the next move, we are going to lengthen the hip flexors. So this is like a lunge, but we're focusing on lengthening the hip flexor of the leg that's back. So start with your left leg forward, drop your right knee down to the floor for a moment, and shift your hips to parallel. So that just means making sure your navel and hips are square to the wall that's in front of you. Ground into this left heel with the leg that's forward, okay? And I want you to start to hover your right knee up off the floor. This is what the ending position should look like. Then lower the knee back down. Exhale, lift. I'm not really bending or straightening my leg more on this left leg. It's staying in that same position the whole time. Okay, we're on 3, we're going for 10. Keep breathing. Final 2. Really lift that back heel. Last one. Whew. All right, switch legs. A lot of these, even though they are really stretch focused, they are quite challenging. So work with your breath and really see if you can engage the muscles appropriately. So on this one, we're engaging that quad of the leg that's forward, and we're lengthening the hip flexor of the back leg. So hover the left knee up and then lower it back down with control. Exhale, lift and lower. I like to keep my hands here to make sure my pelvis isn't tilting too much and keeping my abs engaged. Final 4. Last 2. And last 1. I'm gonna stand up and shake it out. You can do whatever you need to do. We're breathing in. And exhale. Big breath in. Safe your breath out. Okay. Now, start with your left foot forward again. Tuck your right knee under. Core is kicked on, shoulders are back away from your ears. When you're ready, lift your right knee and lower. Halfway there. Two more. And last one. Switching sides, ground your left foot back. Your left heel is going to be lifted really high. That's important to make sure your foot isn't doing any funky, crazy positions to protect your knee and your hip. Okay, when you're ready, lift the left knee and lower. Last 4. Last one. Whew. Okay, shake it out, breathe. One more set of those. Then we have 3 movements to go. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Okay. Begin with your left knee forward, right knee back. Tuck the toes. Abs stay engaged. When you're ready, hover the right knee and lower. Last 4. 2 and 1. All right, switch sides. Left knee to the floor. Stabilize, find your focus. When you're ready, lift and lower. Squeeze in between the shoulder blades. Halfway there. Last two. And last one. Okay, I don't know about you, but that was surely burning for me. We're going into a push-up to downward facing dog next. The idea is to engage your pecs and lengthen through your chest at the same time. So you're going to engage your chest on the way down and on the way up, and then as your hips lift, you'll really be able to lengthen. So let's start with your belly on the floor. I'm kind of stalling here, taking some breath. If you want to pause the video and take a little extra time, that's fine. But for now, let's bring your hands right by your chest to start, and then walk your hands a little bit wider, okay? From here, tuck your toes. We're going to count this first one as a push-up. We're going straight into a downward facing dog. So exhale, push your hips up and back. Inhale, lower down into your push-up. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower down. 3. I like to bend my knees a lot to protect my spine and make that the priority. 6. Really push into the ground to open the heart. 7, last 3. Last 1. And rest. If push-ups aren't really in your routine, please do this on your knees. You can always transition from your knees into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Set number 2, push-ups to downward facing dog. Here we go. I'll show you what this looks like on your knees. So you're tucking your pelvis a little bit. Your toes are still on the floor, heels lifted. Lower down into your push-up. Push the ground away and lift the hips up. Drop the knees, tuck the pelvis, lower. Lift, hips lift to the sky. Push the ground away. Really lengthen and engage through the pecs. Final 4. Two more. And last one. Okay. Hopefully that's feeling really good for you. Let's breathe. Breathe in. And out. Okay. Final set of downward facing dog to push up. You decide what variation you want. You can even do half and half. So starting in your push-up position, lowering down, push the ground away, lift the hips up. Really send the tailbone up towards the sky. Final 4. Last 2. And last 1. Okay. Moving into a stabilizer exercise where we get to engage the shoulders, engage the core, and find a little bit of a challenge. So that's gonna be a bird dog with abduction, okay? So you're in an all fours position again. If your wrists are bothering you at this point, you can always go into a fist. position, or you could challenge yourself in a forearm position here. So start with your hands under your shoulders. Extend your left arm and right leg. Break the bar with your hands so you're active through your right lat, which is the side of your back, and really reach through the leg and the arm, okay? From here, you're going to lift your hand and your leg at the same time until you get to tabletop. If that's already too challenging, drop your hand and your foot down, okay? From here, you're going out to the side and bring it back in. Lower your hand and your foot, lift your hand and your foot, go out to the side about 2 inches, and then back through center. 3, 4, keep your spine long, including your neck, feeling your outer glute and outer thigh, and a little bit of shoulder. Final 4. See if you waver, try and keep it neutral. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, give yourself a moment of pause. We're switching sides now. So ground your hands and your knees. Extend your left leg, right arm. Push the ground away so you're active through your core. Lift your hand and your foot out to the side, back in, lower down, and lift. Out, in, lower down, and lift. See if you can compress every muscle between your shoulders and your hips. Final 3. Last 1. Okay. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Set 2, getting into a quadruped position, extending your right leg, left arm, lift the hand and foot, extend out to the side, bring it back in. Notice if your hip is diving into the leg that's on the floor, keep it stable and neutral. Final 4. Two more. And last 1. Awesome. Breathe for a moment. We're switching sides. So ground your left hand, extend your right arm and left leg. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Here we go. Lift, out, in, and lower. 2, 3, going for 10. Keep your glute tight. Touch the floor. Lift. 6. Last 4. 3. Big breath. 2. Final 1. Glute tight. All right. Rest. We have one more set like that, and then I have one more exercise for you to really open up the heart. Stay for your inhale. Stay for your exhale. Okay, one more breath. Last set, quadruped, going into your abduction. Extend your right leg, left arm. Here we go, lift, out, in, and lower. 2, 3, less is more, pretty small range of motion here. Last 4. 2. And last 1. Okay, switch sides. Left hand on the floor, right arm, left leg extends away from each other. Lift up, out to the side, back, in, and lower. lift, out, in, lower. Little bend in the elbow, we're on 4. Abs tight, 7. 2 more. Last one. Okay, like promised, final movement of your practice. We're going into a Superman-like position, but we're focusing on the rear delts and the rhomboids. So we're going into a T with the arms. So first I want you to lay down, prone on the floor. Slight tuck of the chin. So your heart is a little bit lifted, but it's more so your collarbone. So your heart is lifted off the floor, but your chin is slightly tucked. Extend your arms into a T. Now, if you want to set your forehead down on the floor, you can. We're going to lift the hands and the forehead up off the floor, squeezing in the shoulder blades, but relax your glutes. Lower back down. Lift, squeeze in the shoulder blades. I'm making like a cupcake position with my hands. 3, really squeeze the mid back. Relax the glutes as much as you can. 4, 5, keep breathing. Final 4. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Final 1. And rest. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your breath out. 1 more breath. Set number 2, going into your prone position, arms into a T. Relax your forehead down. Lift your hands in your head and lower. It's a real small movement. Final 4. Last one. And breathe. We have 1 more set, y'all. You're almost there. Take a deep breath in. Savor your breath out. Big breath in. And breath out. Here we go. Go into that neutral spine, head slightly down on the floor. Hands are in position. Here we go. Lift and lower. Keep your heart open. Final 2. Wonderful. Hopefully you're feeling really balanced and expanded through your front body. This is an excellent movement practice to tune into throughout your work day or at the end of your day when you're trying to wind down. My name is Courtney Sprouls. I'm so glad you found our channel. This is Physical Embodiment Studio. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this movement practice with your friends, because a lot of us are dealing with tight pecs and really closed off bodies from technology. So let's open it up and get your body moving. I'll see you next time.